Okay, so I'll take a look at my chess games, and particularly the chess games that where I did really terrible. Let me find some of those. Oh, look, the guy from the the guy from the stream the other day already got closed for fair play. I didn't even report him, to be honest. I did call him out on stream though, but I didn't report him. But yeah, he already got banned. I should have reported him though, because well. Oh, and in Arena Kings there were more than one who. Oh, this guy cheated, but actually I did beat him. Let me take a look at that. What? Like, I mean, maybe the guy was, since Arena Kings is timed 3 minutes. Maybe it was a bad cheater who. No. Actually, he must have not been cheating on this game. He must have cheated on other games, right? Let me see. Or maybe it cheats selectively, potentially. Yeah, inaccuracy. Oh, there he made a mistake. Yeah, that move was ugly. And I made a mistake, but well, my mistake still keeps the game winning. And he made that one. Yeah, in this game he can't have been cheating. Impossible. Oh, what was the move here? Oh, I had to actually... What? Queen E1? What? Rook E1? Oh, okay, rook E1. Yeah, I have... Okay, yeah, 2 rooks for the queen. Although 2 rooks for the queen in blitz, I have learned not to pursue, to be honest. It's... The guy with the queen always ends up doing some nasty tricks. But anyway, interesting. I just wanted to take a look at that because it seemed interesting to me that I had won against a cheater. But no, it's he wasn't cheating on this game, certainly. Like I will not. This guy was cheating. This other guy that I lost to, I think. But let me look at the games where I lost. Like, I lost many in a row. Well, I don't know if I will look at the ones where I lost many in a row or just where I lost. Let's see. So this one I lost versus this guy. Let's take a look at that. Like, this was from my Arena Kings. Last Arena Kings. Let's see what happened here. I'm going to use this method recommended by International Master Andres Toth. He recommended looking at the mistakes of the game and trying to figure them out. Like, I turned off, you can't see it because you couldn't see it before, but I turned off the engine lines and also the evaluation bar. So now I'm just looking at the game like this and seeing the annotation. I mean the annotation here of chess.com, like it marks it like an inaccuracy or something like that, and I'm looking for mistakes or blunders on my side. So that is the method. That's a mistake on his side, so nothing there to see. I play the right move here, right continuation. This also, that hitting the queen over there and the rook, but yeah, I had to. Maybe even taking the queen there was fine, but yeah, I think I proceeded correctly. Okay, and here he loses the queen to a check. How did I lose this game? Oh no, he doesn't lose the queen because of that. Oh yeah, but then, yeah, if I hit the, yeah, that was a mistake because I saw in the game that he could take this bishop, but I thought that was fine, like after this and this. But why would you give a bishop? Like. I think when I play this, I was playing hope chess a little bit. Like, I think I was like, okay, if he doesn't see the bishop over here, then he loses. He loses the queen. But but yeah, I mean, like, I think that was that was what I was what went through my head, and that's absolutely the wrong way of thinking about it. Like obviously, having this bishop in the endgame is much better than this knight, and also that gives me doubled isolated pawn, so it's really, and another weakness over here, so it's a really dreadful situation. So instead of that, what should I have done? Like maybe e5 could have been a move here. Like pretty much anything else I think is fine. Like moving the rook over here to this file before pushing. I can also push right away. I can also defend the bishop. I could defend the bishop, like not leave this out of consideration. I think that might have been a really good move. Like going over here and threatening this. Like that's a good move because it doesn't just pose a threat of some sort, but it's also improving my position in a way. Like I mean, it's or at least it doesn't harm it. But I mean, after this, I can like bring this other rook, and I have a triple battery, or I can, I don't know, do something with the other rook. It's like there's that would be a good move. So I'm going to write down because I have to, instead of I should write down the continuation that I think about. That's also how the method works. So instead of what I played, which was d4, I'll go with rook d7 this time. And after that, what would white reply? Because I mean, you're supposed to write the line, not just the first move. So rook d7. Then what's white's continuation? Like white has to defend against that threat, obviously. Otherwise, they are just losing. So they have to either move the queen or do something about the knight. Well, actually, when this comes, they can even defend both by going here. Like, it's a relatively ugly move, because after that, they can do something like this, putting pressure on the knight again, and then if they bring a rook, then I can just go over here, and then they are losing material. So yeah, they shouldn't probably rely on this as a defensive mechanism. But still, like, they should do something about this. So they should do something about this in advance, not on reaction. Like, even though this move I totally overlooked, but I mean, I don't believe that works, because here putting pressure twice, and if defense over there, then just this. And by the way, it doesn't have any check. That's important too, because otherwise, like, maybe this check could have been something. Like, I mean, provided that we have the rook over here, right, defending this bishop. Otherwise, just taking the bishop is fine. Like happened in the game, I think. But okay, so let's take a look at what can they do after this. Like, what's the best continuation for white here? Like, if they go something like here, for instance, then I believe I can just trade the queens and enter an endgame where the pawn structure of the opponent is slightly damaged. I'm up a pawn, and I have the bishop. So it's a perfectly great endgame with very good chances for me to win. But what else can they do? They can move the queen back. They can also move the queen, like, over here. Like, do not be too passive, like maybe something like that. Or maybe here, for instance. That's also not very passive, but could run into this. But then the queen can go over here or something. I can start getting cozy around the king, and this would be a backward pawn, so not very good. So maybe over here, like, I mean, something that leaves the pieces of the opponent active would probably be the most reasonable. Like, moving this knight also could be a thing, like going over here, for instance. But on that, probably pushing here, I mean, after having the rook here again, could still be fine. Because, I mean, we are, like, freeing the bishop, and, well, I mean, we're probably going to do that anyway, but... Oh, no, like... Maybe queen g4, maybe? Queen g4, and then from there, maybe something like... bring the other rook either to this file or to this file. And I don't want to put like everything over there, I think. Although going over here with this rook and then moving the queen away and then starting pushing could also be a thing. So yeah, let's think about the line like at least one move more further, like queen g4 and rook f d8, let's say. I don't want to like dwell on one move like forever. Okay, let's say something like that. I think that should be okay. So instead I play this nonsense. Oh, he went over here indeed. Yeah, he should have taken the bishop over here. He went there. Now I can put some pressure there, yeah. And I went here. Oh, I did what I said in the game that I would... no, but I didn't do it because... okay, yeah, I wanted to go here, but this is occupied with a pawn. I didn't see that in my mind when I was just calculating just now. So, really a horrible calculation. Now, this is a mistake because, well, I have a backward pawn at the end of this. And the knight moves, and then what? I'm going to take over here. Like, what am I gaining from that? Like, nothing. Except now I have a weakness over here to protect. I'm not reaching the endgame in the best of conditions after that. Oh, he counterattacked like this. I can just simply take that with a pawn. No, wait, no. What am I thinking? Because he takes over here. Yeah, that's why I can't take it with a pawn, which I thought in the game. I remember thinking about this. Like, if I take over here, because it hits that, I still can't do it because takes, and then takes my queen, and I'm losing material because I got a knight, and they got a rook, so no good. So, en passant, maybe? Probably en passant, right? Like, I play queen c6 in the game. Probably en passant, I think. Yeah, I think so. Like, let's see, let's write it down. So, that would be d takes c3. Then followed by knight takes c3 naturally. Regaining the pawn and looking at the queen. And saving the knight. But after that, then I have queen takes on f3, and after obvious recapture, g takes f3. Then I have bishop takes f3 at the very least. But I'm not sure if I even would do that, or if I would first protect my own pawn. I think I would protect my own pawn first. So probably something like rook d6. Rook d6, I think first is better, probably. Or maybe rook e8. Like, what is better? Rook e8 or rook d6? Probably a rook d6, I think. Rook d6. Let's see rook d6. But I don't know. Rook e8 also. Rook fe8 also has some merit to it. Yeah, rook d6. Let's leave it at that one. So, and I made, and that was the miss, yeah. Wait, but I had another mistake before that I didn't look at. Like here, this was a mistake. So, instead of playing that, which was an awful move, obviously, I could have played something like e5 here, I think. e5, supporting all of this. What else? What else? What else? What else? Also, this that I mentioned before is still here. Might be a thing. Also moving, what about moving the queen and that? Because the knight now became annoying. Well, I can't move here because then there's this. Oh no, there's not. Yeah, there's this. Because this and hitting that. So, maybe e5, like supporting this and also keeping the pawns on dark squares so they can make my bishop shine a little bit. We'll also push here, grabbing some space. Because I mean, e5 right away is not necessary, to be honest. Sort of a waste of time. But I mean, any move that they have here will not be a threat, technically, I think. Could also push here. But then the knight can go over there at some point. Well, but then I trade here, and then yeah. No good for him. So maybe, yeah, no, pushing no, because it leaves me with this isolated pawn over here. Yeah, I will not think too much about it. Like, maybe a5 or maybe e5. I think a5 might be a little bit more to the point. Like a5, and then what does he do? Like, what are his plans? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to leave it at that one. I will not give a line because I don't know a line. Let's see. Went over here. Okay, takes. That was completely fine. Here was a mistake. And the punishment was there. Yeah, naturally hitting both of my pawns. I think I saw it. I think I remember seeing that right after I played it. Not after I played it. So that's where pushing this pawn comes into play as a really terrible move. This gets exposed as a really terrible move when that happens. Because now there's this hitting that and that, and like too many weaknesses. Like, is there a way that I can defend against everything? Like, how did I? Yeah, this one I can defend like this, and this one I can defend another way. So maybe put this one behind that, and then if does this, then I can do that. But then he can double up here. Yeah, and then I can go here. Like, it's super passive, super defensive, annoying. Ah, actually that wouldn't work, because then he can take over here, and after this he can take there. So that also wouldn't work. So perhaps here, rook f6, also defending laterally, but defending from this side, so that I can keep this one for this, which is again rather passive, but might work. So rook f6, I think this one I can figure out a little bit, like rook f6, defending pawn. Then he goes like he went, rook e5 anyway, and I go rook c8, defending that other pawn. and then when he brings the other rook, I lift mine. Like he will play rook f d e1, and then I will play rook c6. And let's leave it at that. Like from there, he can try to like do stuff, but I mean, at least everything is defended. It's still passive, but defended. And then I can bring my king like over here or something, and then I can slowly relieve the rooks from their defensive duties and start doing something with them. So I think that would be the idea. So this happened in the game. I'm starting to lose my pawns. Now I'm probably already the advantage probably gone pretty much. This check does less than nothing. It actually improves his king, but it's an inaccuracy, so I'm not going to count that. Only mistakes. This is a mistake, so this I should count. How did he punish it? He didn't punish it. So mistake over here. Okay. After this, he could have gone here, for instance, getting rid of the double pawn weakness. That's what I can see. Like after this, if he goes over here, then if I push, I lose this one, which was a very important pawn for me. And if I don't push and I take, then again I lose it, and then this one is going to fall. So, and also whatever I do, this one is falling too. If I do something, so if it goes over here, then I think that's the way to punish for them. So instead of that, what could I have done? Like, maybe this. But then if this, then this is still falling. Maybe that. Kind of ugly, but maybe. Like maybe push over here so this doesn't come. Prevent that, and then go over here and defend that with everything. But he starts pushing over here. Like here he has a pawn majority. It's actually mobile, unlike my stuff. Yeah, this is already a very, very awful situation, and I made a lot of mistakes in this endgame. Let's see, so after this, difficult to come up with a solution against this. Like, it's all because of this push. Like, this pawn... This weakened everything, like weakened over here, and this pawn in the endgame also weak. Like now I have problems that I can't push this one at some point because this falls apart from this. So like the defense is really shaky here. Maybe I have to bring my king. King. And then I can defend this twice. So king f7, like looks ugly, but I don't know. Like I will not think too much about it. Like king f7, because I took already too long in thinking about this. Like rook c2 check. Probably would have happened. I mean, rook. What did I say? C2, C7. 7 check, and then still king f6. And if he goes like rook c6 check, then I can go back king f7, because at this point I don't think I'm really trying to win. At this point I'm actually trying to draw. So I think something like that might have worked, but perhaps I'm overlooking something. But seems to me like things would have somewhat worked from there, potentially. Okay, so this happened, this happened, this happened. Instead, I had to go king f7 because it's the only other reasonable thing that I can do. So, but still, this is hitting that pawn, then defending from the side, maybe. Either from the side or with the other rook. But anyway, this was inaccurate. It wasn't something bad. Okay, so this move was okay. This pushing the king back because I have control over here. Yeah, that was okay. I tried to stop that. Then I go here, and this is inaccurate, but it's only inaccurate. It's not losing. It's inaccurate. Over here, here, here. Mistake by him. I go over there, there. Yeah, I get something with my majority over here. This was a mistake. Okay, yeah, because it allows the king in. I should have probably checked him first. But I was worried about the pawn that would promote over there. So let's see. Check. Then obviously would have gone here, judging by what he had been doing. Then I can go here. Then he goes over there. Then I can go here. Oh no, here, sorry. But he can push like here. Not looking so great. Ah, wait a second. No, what am I saying? Like if I check here, he goes here if he tries to stay with the pawn, which he probably shouldn't. Then I go here, then he goes here. Then I have no, I don't have anything. Here maybe. And then he pushes, like, let's say this one, trying to get to promotion as fast as possible. Then I go here, check. Then he moves. Then I go here. Then if he takes over there, I get a queen, so he can't do that. So if he pushes here trying to get the queen, then I take, check, and then I'm in time to go here, protected by the pawn. Wow, I could have been it. Like, oh no, it looks weird because there was no blunder here, so I don't think. I mean, am I winning here? I'm probably winning, but I don't know. Like, I mean, judging by the things that the engine has been saying, I mean the chess.com annotations have been saying about the mistakes, it looks like my opponent made a lot of mistakes. I could be winning here, but let's see. So 55 instead of what I played, like rook e6 seems like the very, very natural move to play here. And after rook e6, then he would have played king d2 certainly, because his idea was going after this pawn, so he would have liked to remain close to his pawn. If he doesn't do that, then I just like, I can either go after this pawn, or I can just like move over here and start threatening to do something if he goes the other way. So I think that that he would have gone here, king d2. So after he goes king d2, then I go rook e7 check. Then he goes king c1. Only move. King c1, and then I go king f6 or yeah, king f6. No, I mean king c3. Yeah, I get confused with the coordinates. So king c3, and now I'm threatening to push the pawn and go there. Like, he can either Yeah, I mean, if he moves the king or something, I still push. Yeah, followed. I would just write followed by d2 and rook e1 with promotion or potentially winning. Yeah, like that's a good plan. Like let's say this. Okay, in the game I went here. This was horrible, but now I'm drawing this. And I lost this game like in a time scramble where I had 1 extra second and 1 extra pawn. Jesus, crazy. Yeah, he won with 4 seconds. He played really much faster than me. I should have just pre-moved everything because I honestly, like if I had started like checking him or stuff, that would have ended the game right there. But well, I did this, which was a dreadful way to lose. That must have gotten me tilted, which explains why I lost like this the next game or something. Okay, let's take a look with the engine now. Now I'm actually looking with the engine. Let's see if my calculations are somewhat correct. I have to look where there are annotations of mine. Like, wait, what? There was an annotation there? No. No annotations until this move. Like, this was a mistake. Instead, e5, like, that's the first move I mentioned. e5 was okay here. e5 was okay. Even f5 in this one was okay. Okay, but let's see, what did I go with? I went with rook d7 in the end with my annotation. Rook d7, how is it? It's also okay. Like, pretty much any move was winning except the stuff I played. Like what I played was bad. But anything else was pretty much winning. I mean, I'm up a pawn. So, what I gave was rook d7, queen g4 I gave. Let's see, queen g4, how bad or good is it? It's a little bit, it's alright. It's an alright move. And rook fd8. Let's see, was that okay? Yeah, I mean, it drops a little bit of the advantage, but I mean, I'm still winning. So yeah, that was a hit. I got that one. Let's see. This one here, I gave a5, and a5 is one of the top engine moves. Like it might even be the top engine move. So yeah, a5 really, you know, my idea was I open up this diagonal. By the way, this rook is, yeah, I mean they can still play like here, and if I'm passant then takes here and hitting this. But the point is like the rook is temporarily trapped there. But I didn't look at that when I thought about this move. I just thought, well, I open another diagonal for the bishop in the future, where he can come here and pose some trouble. And also, I'm grabbing some space on the queen side, and I'm keeping the position together. I'm not doing any nonsense like I did in the game. Like I played some dubious move. I played f5 instead. Yeah. So yeah, this was good. This was good. Top engine move. So not bad. And then after that, he played c4, and I went queen c6, which was wrong. I had to play en passant, like I played in my analysis. And then knight c3, yeah, that was correct too. Queen f3, correct. gf3, of course. And now I went like rook d6. Did I put? Yeah, rook d6, second move. Rook f6 is first and wins by far, like much better than the other one. But I went with rook d6. Later I went with rook f6 for other lines, but yeah, rook d6 was fine, so I'll take that as a hit. Like this would have been winning, even though it labels it as another mistake, but it would have been winning. I'm going to write here is still winning, so yeah, no problem. Like as long as the evaluation says that I'm still winning, I'll consider it a hit. Like so here, and let's see, I went rook f6, not so good, but still okay. Like, king f7 right away was actually best. Like, activate the king in the endgame. Rook f6 is probably labeled as a mistake, yeah. But, and then rook e5, like he went in the game. Yeah, this is a little bit more passive. Then rook c8, again dropping some advantage, probably an inaccuracy or a mistake. Oh no, actually it's like, he labels it as one of the best. Okay, well, rook f e1, and then rook c6. Like rook fe1 is not even what he should do, but it's probably what he would have done. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is okay. All right. Not great, but not that bad. I'm going to write better is activating the king with king f7. So alright, that's what I'm going to annotate there. Then let's see, here, this is what happened in the game, which was dreadful, and I realized it right after I played the move, I believe. And here I'm giving, in my analysis, king f7, which is nowhere to be seen, so probably not that. Like, let's see, king f7. Ah, no, bad move, bad move. Yeah, f4 was what I said. Like f4 was the thing. Oh, and actually this is not defending that, so of course that's not it. So yeah. Yeah, I looked at that, but I forgot when I gave the line in the end. I forgot about it. So instead, what I should have done is rook d6. Rook d6, like going back to where I was basically. Or wait, no, I was somewhere else. Or was I? Like, no, I was like in rook. Okay, rook d6 is how I should have gone for it. Like defending like this, and that's it. But instead, what did I do? Yeah, I gave this check, which only improves. Oh wait, that I did before. What did I do? Rook e6. Yeah, like this rook is completely out of the game all of a sudden, even though it looks like it's standing strong on an open file, but it's not helping on anything. So yeah, rook d6 was much more to the point, understandably so. Still is probably, I mean, white is basically winning here already. But okay, not after they do this nonsense about the check. Then here I should have gone king f7, which was the move in a lot of cases in this situation, and it's still the move here. Now here, this is inaccurate, so I will not even take a look at it. Now here, what should I have done here? Just king g6, like just king g6, king g7, activate the king. Like don't worry so much about that. Like I went here and then he defends like this. There's no point, really. And here he really didn't know what to do. Like I mean, obviously, even though I didn't play this endgame very well, my opponent was playing it worse. And this is horrible. And here I gave rook e6. But actually, king e3. King e3, and yeah, I have no idea what I do exactly after that. But let's say rook e6. Is that... No, it's a mistake. No, it says a mistake, but it gives me minus 3.5. So, well, all right. Like, as far as mistakes go, I'll take that as a win. Like, from minus 5 to minus... to minus 4 basically, minus 3, minus 4, so completely winning still. Let me see, like if he goes over here, which is what I thought he might go for, this is wrong. Actually, he should go king f2, and after that rook f6, and I mean at the very least I'm basically guaranteed the drawn endgame that I wanted, like because at this point I was worried about losing, obviously. Like I have 9 seconds on the clock. He also has around 9 seconds on the clock, but I'm more worried about losing than about which lost me a lot of points, by the way, because this guy was lower rated. So I was more worried about losing here than about not getting a win. Like I mean, I just didn't want to lose. which is a recipe for disaster. But rook e6 and here. I mean, I thought that when I looked at this, I thought this was a mistake. But I looked at this because it's what he would have done probably, because he would have liked keeping an eye on this with both king and rook at some point. So he didn't want to get the king away from there, I'm pretty sure. So if he goes over here, rook e2, like I said. I wrote here rook e7, but I meant rook e2, really. Like, that was me just messing up the notation. So king c1, and king c3. And yeah, I mean, other than potentially winning. I mean, I said potentially winning to be modest, to be honest. But I mean, I was pretty. I mean, to be on the safer side of the statement. But I mean, I was pretty sure that this was completely winning. Yeah, but yeah, minus 10.7, absolutely, completely, crushingly winning. So that line would work actually. So I mean, that's like that. I'll take that as a hit, because I mean, I'm winning after this. Like, maybe I'm not as winning as in the other line, but I mean, minus 3.8, like, it's just completely winning. The game happened like this, and this was dreadful, and now this is a draw, but obviously I have the better chances, but I also am the slower player, so that's why I got flagged. So not too bad, this. I'm going to save this in Andres Stoth's method. And yeah. Now I might take a look at some other game from that tournament. So this one. This is the second game I lost. I lost right after that one. I must have felt really frustrated after that one, because I lost a bunch of points to lose to that one. I'm trying not to care about points, but I mean, it's kind of tough. So I mean, I am sort of succeeding a little bit on it, but not that much. But I mean, in Blitz, not that much, because in Blitz, like, I happened to get like my peak recently, so I was so since I reached that, I was like I couldn't help but look at the points a little bit more than I was in Rapid. In Rapid, I just dropped from my peak, and I set it as my goal never to try and regain it, so that I can like relieve myself of the pressure of the rating points, and that actually worked for Rapid. So I should do the same for Blitz, and I'm trying to do the same for Blitz. But the point is, after you lose something like that, like where you're in a situation where you shouldn't get flagged absolutely, and you get flagged, like, it feels pretty awful. So this, we're looking again without the engine. Let's see what I did wrong. My opponent is playing absolute garbage opening, and yet they won the game, so there's that. Here, bishop f5, incorrect. Mistaken. Okay, so I tried to be like, sometimes I try to be like more active. I thought this was an active move, that's why I played it. But I guess they can put more pressure on this pawn immediately, and then I have to drop back with the bishop anyway. So bishop e6 probably. Bishop e6. Yeah, I think bishop e6. Just that. Yeah. Like 9. Bishop e6, defending the pawn. I'm going to write otherwise. 9, bishop f5, and 10, rook d1, and bishop goes back to e6 anyway. And after bishop e6, what would he have done? Like oh, actually, he can check me after then. He can check me with his bishop. Yeah, but that doesn't work. Like, if he checks me with his bishop, probably will check me with his bishop. Let me look at that. Like, if he checks me here, bishop b5 check. I drop back, bishop d7. Then let's say he goes like rook d1 there, putting pressure on the pawn because now it's not defended like that. And no, wait, because actually he could, in that case, he could just take over here, because the problem is that if I take over there, then he takes here with check and just wins a pawn simply. Wow, then it's not that easy to defend this then. So maybe I should have played a6 and then bishop e6. So a6. a6. And okay, and a6 prevents a piece coming to b5, in particular bishop e6, bishop b5 check, bishop d7, knight knight takes d5. So a6, and then after a6, let's say rook d1, and then after rook d1, bishop e6, and now there's no check with bishop e5. So yeah, they have to develop their bishop with bishop d3, bishop e2, something like that, and then go knight f3, I don't know, something. And yeah, life is good for both sides, but I'm doing perfectly fine there. And this check happened, so it is indeed something to look at, that I should have... oh wait, and here they can't just... they can't just take here? I thought they could just take here, honestly. Because I have this at the end. Like this, 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 which looks like defends that, but I have this. And then if takes over here, then takes over there, takes over there, takes over there, and just moves, and I'm okay, right? Wait, here. Wait a second, but it still wins a pawn there. Here, 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 here. No. No. Here, here, here. No, wait. Here, here. No, here, here, yeah, obviously. Here, here, and then if check over here, I just take over there. And yeah, I'm in, winning a piece, so obviously can't do that. Bishop d7 here, this and that he did. And I went queen c7 correct, like pretty much he forced me to. I completely missed that attack on the queen, certainly during the game, I'm pretty sure. And here I should have probably... What should I have done here? Like this knight, if it moves, that rook is completely hanging. So actually there's no reason to panic over that. I probably should have gone like bishop d6 here, hitting this one. And developing a piece and preparing to castle. So probably bishop d6. Or even like here, and then if queen trades, then I have this pressure over on this, and I can pin that one. No, but he castles immediately. So yeah, bishop d6, I think. I think bishop d6 here. Bishop d6. And no need to worry about rook discovery, because rook is hanging. Don't fear ghosts. Yeah. So bishop d6, and then has to do something about the knight, and yeah, like that's that would be okay. Like I think after that, followed by castles, so right here, followed by short castles, and yeah, I think this is fine. Yeah, I think this is completely fine. So this I did instead. This and bishop b4, that was a blunder because of knight d5. Where now there's a discovery because my queen moved away, which was dismissed over here. And now that my queen moved away, then my rook is hanging. And he castles first, so now it's my rook that's hanging over here. So I should have seen that threat. So knowing that that's going to be a threat, I probably should have like gone back or something. For instance, gone over here, potentially, or move the rook. Just move the rook over here. Probably that actually. Or bishop c5. But bishop c5 drops this pawn, so probably not. Rook d8, I think. Yeah. Okay. So rook d8, and I think there's no discovery. And yeah, he found that. I think after I played this, I saw that he could do that before he did it. I think. I'm not sure though. But yeah, brilliant move by my opponent. And yeah, I mean, oh, maybe I didn't. Did I not see it? Oh no, maybe I didn't see it because otherwise I would have taken here, obviously. Yeah, I don't think I saw it. But actually, if I take here, then yeah, well, can't take back because then I can just take here. So yeah, but then he goes here. So after this, I'm not sure if he takes over here or here first. Either way, that must be winning both ways. Oh, also they have that, by the way. So yeah, probably takes over here, maybe. And if takes here, take here and here. Oh no, many ways, but yeah. Either way, I was completely lost. This was just an inaccuracy because of how bad my position already was. Let's look with the engine to see if I got it somewhat right here. So here, bishop b5, yeah, I'm allowing bishop b5, which is really annoying. So, and also rook d1 maybe? No, rook d1 isn't even a thing here. So that wasn't correct. A6, I mean, but a6 was correct. So a6. Then I gave rook d1. Actually, doesn't like going for rook d1 in particular, but no, it's okay. It's alright. It's an alright move. And bishop e6. So yeah, top engine move. So yeah, I did fine with that line. Let's see, what are line here? This one here. Bishop d6. Yeah, bishop d6. Almost winning white. So that's not the move. The move was knight e4. Knight e4. No. Wrong. Bishop d6 basically gives the win to white. Almost. Knight e4 with pressure on the pinned piece. Yeah, okay. Actually, it even says, okay, let's go for this. Like that's what the computer says. Like this, and this, saving the queen. So completely different from what I thought there. So that one I got wrong. And this was basically an only move. So if after this, and this, then rook c2 is actually mate. So, oh wait, rook d5. I did some nonsense. Wait, what? No, knight takes knight, of course. And then this, and this. And now, yeah, taking the rook is too risky because there are too many pieces here developed and about to crush me when I'm still not castled, still haven't developed this. So actually I have to go queen c2 back. And yeah, now I just simply develop the bishop and I'm fine, right? Like knight d2 it says here, and yeah, after knight d2, bishop e7 is completely fine, yeah. Also gives queen f5. But yeah. Bishop e7 seems completely fine. And a lot easier to play than that. Queen c5 is also somewhat easier, but the point is that I'm not developing anything else. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but queen f5 seems really strange to me. I don't know what we're doing in that sense. Well, if queen takes over here, I can go here potentially, but I don't know, there might be like some checks. No? No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any check. Yeah, okay. So that one I got wrong. Here I said rook d8. Yeah, rook d8 only move. Only move. So yeah, I did fine in finding the right solution to this part. So rook d8 and I'm surviving. And white is much better, but not that much better. Like from here to defeat, there's a long way. And so that deals with the threat of the discovery here. And that's that. That one analyzed as well. So alright, yeah, that's 2 games analyzed. I think I took some time in doing that. So I'm going to end the stream on that. Props to my opponent for doing that really nice tactic and in the blitz game. That was a nice one with the knight, and yeah, I'll see you guys around. Like later, I'll maybe stream. I don't know, probably. And okay, thanks if anyone tuned in, and or if anyone watches this in the future. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.